Hello everybody. I am going to be showing you guys how I do a basic editorial retouch for my clients in under 10 minutes. This is our image straight out of camera with no adjustments applied. So the first thing we're going to do is to run our split frequency action on it. This action splits our image into two different layers. We have a texture layer and then a color and tones layer. The first thing we will do is spot heal on the texture layer to remove our basic blemishes. And once we are done with blemishes, we will switch over to the low frequency layer. We will use this layer to remove skin blotches and even out our color tones. We will use the lasso tool feathered at 10 pixels and select our areas that need help and run a Gaussian blur on them. If you remember from the beginning of the video, the split frequency action ran the Gaussian blur at 6.4 pixels. And so when you are doing the tonality smoothing, you want to run the blur at about 1 to 2 times that number. So somewhere between 6 and 12 pixels is a good amount to start with. As you can see, I am using a radius of 10 pixels and it is doing the job just fine. Once we are done with the retouching on the image, I like to do a global dodge and burn. However, I like to use the gradient tool instead of a brush. I find the way that it applies the dodge or burn looks a lot more natural to me. And lastly, we will create a flat copy layer to run our sharpening on. And I like to run this and then adjust the opacity of the layer down to about 50%. We'll go ahead and save the image, head back to Lightroom.
Alright you guys, so now that we have our image back into Lightroom, we are going to be using the Sessions presets to color grade our image. This particular image, I definitely want to use the WeHo preset, so I'm going to go ahead and use the strongest one here and go ahead and make some of my tweaks. And there we are. Now you can see the final versus the original.